at the exchange. Let's see what the week is starting with. The market is what word is right for this? 0.04% on the positive side. We are yet to see full breakdowns for the gainers and the losers for today. But Mr. Jamil Mohammed is an equities trader with APT Securities and Funds Limited. He will be joining me to understand the market figures while my colleague Effiong Ekop is already in the studio, live in the studio. Effiong, the market, this is not too impressive, almost like being in between. How does this come to you?
You know that last week we had many of the trading tables in the negative, except on Friday. And so market is just picking up, and you see what we are having is a market correction. And it shows that we are having weak trade somehow. I think that maybe before the end of the week, the trades will get stronger because investors really are monitoring what is going on in the markets and mark exactly what they do with their funds. Exactly.
Mr. Jamil Mohammed is there now. Let's get his views on this. Mr. Mohammed, Effiong says market correction, and of course, weak trade is what we are seeing at the exchange. In your thoughts, what is responsible for this figures we are seeing today to start the week?
Okay, thank you. It's an interesting trading session today as we have it. We have said it earlier. As he rightly said, the market is correcting itself from Bill's negative moment that we had earlier before. Though last week we have a negative trading week last week, but that's not connected with the fact that Bua Cement lost about 8.02% in the week. So, but going into this week, we have seen that positive sentiment has returned to the market. We have seen a situation whereby the market has done closed positive today as we have it. A market trade about 5.6 billion. And if you look at this value analysis of the trading in the market, you see about 6 stocks traded about 75% of total value traded today in the market. And these stocks are Access Bank, which trade about 1.2 billion. First Bank, which trade about 956 million. We have Stanbic that's traded about 646 million. And Transcorp traded 530 million. And Zenith Bank traded about 452 million. And Jitco traded about 423 million. All these put together, you see that consists about 75% of what we have in the market. And we have 24 gainers and 19 listeners. You can see the activities is moving into the positive territory is actually positive, is green. And the sentiment of the investor is also green. We have seen that a few weeks now, they are going to swear in the new the president-elect, as we know. And we know that this president is investor friendly. Is a business, is a corporate environment person. Is used to corporate environment, and you can see when he wanted to start his campaign, he started with the business people. So we believe the market is going to respond positively to that. In addition to what we had before, as the listed company has started releasing their first quarter results, which are very positive, with the exception of few ones in manufacturing sector. So these are some of this contribution into what is happening in the market, and investors are always proactive before the activity starts, and they will start to react into that direction. So as we have, you can see banking sector has been leading the sectorial indices gain, and we believe that market is going to throw that line. As we have it today, we have market still year today is less than 2%, and the market should close higher, far higher than that. And market starts in the second quarter of the year. By the time we have half year of the year, we should have more than what we are having today as year-to-date return in the market.
I want to give you 1 minute to comment on the big boys in the market. What happened in Transcorp? That's talking about Femi Otedola and Tony Elumelu. That name alone, mentioning those names, many believe that there was a shake at the exchange. What's your reaction to this? Any impact directly with all of these moves regarding Transcorp shares?
The issue is that there is a kind of hidden fundamentals in Transcorp, which a lot of investors have not seen or have not looked at over time. So it is being discovered by the person in question that you have earlier mentioned. It's been discovered, and people start to look at why would somebody pick stocks like this, and they know that whenever this man delves into any particular stock, you should know that there's a value in that stock. So what I know is that there is this kind of hanging fruit that people are yet to discover. But nowadays, people have started to look at some of their figures, and fundamentally looking at the stock, you will realize that the stock is something to go about. This is a stock that did about 43 kobo earnings in the year, and it's still trading below 3 naira. It closes about 2 naira 83 kobo today. So these are what I think happened in the stock. Though when investors realize that a big guy is patronizing a particular stock, and there's a kind of shake-up among the big guys in the market, you see that investor tends to also look into that direction and now see that those fundamentals that the stocks has, that somebody has not, the stock has, and nobody has ever looked into that direction. I think that's what's played out, and you can see the kind of volume that is being traded in the stock in recent time.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mohammed. Do enjoy your day and have a profitable one.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here on the program.
All right, Effiong.
Attention will still be with the financial subsector.
Okay.
Because we need more liquidity, not only in the market, but the entire economic system. This is even the time that the banks should show strength. As Jamil said, 2 weeks now, we have... The banks should get ready, to supply liquidity to wherever, it is needed. And the market itself is very, very open, to all of this. The question that you had asked him, market has a way of, sidelining those issues that will not, enable trade, to flourish. As I mentioned to you last week, regulators of the markets or big men in the market, when such negatives are about to do, there is a way to, because if you allow the thing to blossom, it will kill off what achievements you have made. Yeah. Because those two faces, those two names, they are key, they are important, and the stock itself a very, very big one. So we don't allow controversy, to go in and kill the market as it is. So I think friends, they have a way of solving their private issue than bringing it to the public. Market. Yeah, exactly. So you followed what Jamil said. So that's it, because otherwise a fine stock in the market, would now even be undervalued and even destroyed. And then investors will begin to lose. The arguments will even be counterproductive.
Thank you so much, Effiong, for your time and brilliant contribution as usual.
Thank you, Tolu.
Well, Esther, you just